Hey, welcome back to Tarot by Cherie, my lights. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. We're going to get started right away on today's reading and see what beautiful, uplifting messages Spirit may have for my aquas. All right, let's get started here. I'm seeing some type of positivity and connection to the workplace, guys. I'm seeing a victory here as well, and something is going to come in for a lot of you very quickly. This is something that you've been concerned about or worried about. So the victory card represents something positive, maybe a positive change in the workplace. All right, I'm seeing something that you guys have been wanting is coming into balance. All right, in the past, it looks like whatever these things are, they were absolutely negative or just things that weren't working. Things that you were expelling negative energy on, trying to fix, things that really, for the most part, either weren't fixable or you felt that way. I'm seeing a door opening for you, like suddenly, like we've been talking about, the energy, things are going to start opening up for you and seemingly become smoother. Life is going to become more smooth. And part of that is you are receiving things differently with the energy that is hitting you all. You are perceiving your lives from a different angle. Okay, so it looks like you are understanding that putting the work in behind what it is you're wanting, you are absolutely able to bring these things in with speed and grace. This is the manifestation skills that you've stepped into that are accelerating, by the way. All right, and guys, I'm seeing some kind of, I feel like a lot of you are becoming free from the things that you've been feeling, again, negative emotions, just feeling left out of things, feeling like you're on your own and there's no help, and things that you're doing without that you're needing. There is going to be some kind of communication coming in. It looks like for you guys specifically. I don't know if this is a spiritual thing, because I do see this card here representing all of my aquas. You're all empaths and you're super strong. Okay, so this is some type of message. So possibly expect messages coming in from Spirit this week. Okay, and they might come in a way of animals reacting to you outside in strange manners, dreams, very vivid dreams that you might be having. This could be your loved ones that have passed on that are letting you know that they're okay and that they are surrounding you and protecting you. All right, so here I'm seeing something regarding, all right, guys, this looks a little shaky here. Okay, so it looks like there is going to be some kind of negative force. Something is going on around you in the background. I don't know if this is a person or if this is a situation, but it looks to me like it's very toxic. This is going to pop up now, okay? So even though we're expecting a beautiful things to happen, I believe it was this week, right? I am seeing it's not going to be totally perfect, right? I'm seeing some kind of bump in the road here. Something is going to pop up unexpectedly that is going to be that bump in the road, and is going to require you to make a decision on it. Okay, I'm seeing that once you make this decision, I'm seeing many doors opening, letting in a lot of positive things, a culmination of things that you've been wanting. Okay, and one of these things that stands out very strongly to me is money. Okay, finances. So I feel like definitely something here. This card, the Queen of Pentacles, guys, this represents you feeling secure and feeling just happy and calm and not a worry in the world. Okay, next to this Ten of Pentacles is all about your dreams, aspirations, whatever it is that you've been wanting, just all coming in. And maybe it's going to feel as though Everything's coming in at once. Okay, let's continue. We have the Hanged Man. Okay, so some of you who might be feeling pretty good today, all right, feeling good about your finances. Okay, so some of you are feeling like you're on the right path financially, you're doing well. I am seeing a feminine over here who's feeling a bit stuck for some reason. You're very focused on yeah, let me look at this because this is a little tricky here. All right, so somebody might just be ecstatic about their financial situation, doing very well, and maybe lose your focus a little bit, focusing on the party as opposed to the actual money. Okay, so you might be feeling a little stuck with that, like you have to watch your money carefully right now, and that might be making you feel you know, some kind of way, like you just want to be carefree and spend your money and not worry about it and just feel good about it. But, you know, also guys, even for those of you who are, you know, wealthy out there, we all know that there are ways you can spend all your money very quickly. And so you always have to have a team. You know, if you have, you know, all this money, you have to have a team to help you and guide you so that your monies stay in check. Okay, so here I'm seeing a masculine who is going through some kind of sadness today and very much conflicted. All right, this is about something you wanted and also you're committed to in the moment. So something that you wanted, that you got into, you're now committed to it. I'm seeing there's something going on with your situation that's making you feel conflicted. And guys, this is a good time to mention I do offer readings. If you would like a reading or you want to see what services I offer, you can click on the description below the video, click on the more button below the description, and then click on more again. It's really 2 steps. I don't know why it's that way, but click on more under the description and then click on more again, and you will see my email address there. All right, I'm seeing some kind of broken heart with this ending for someone. Okay, guys, you know, this is very commonplace right now. There is a lot of endings, and a lot of us are choosing to end things right now because of, you know, how we're perceiving our lives, how we're maturing and growing exponentially. Aquariuses are innovators. They're very creative. And with this energy coming in that is raising your vibration and your frequency, there is no stopping you. And you are perceiving things in a different light. So a lot of you might be, you know, just kind of your beliefs are changing, or your the things you're wanting out of life might be different than they were several years ago. So the person you're with might not be growing with you. They might just have their heels dug in, wanting to feel comfortable maybe in that third dimensional space that they've always known, and don't want to step out of it, you know, don't want to do any changing or even have an open mind. So there's a lot of you that are just waking up one day and just saying, hey, I am not connecting with this person anymore. And this doesn't have to be a significant. This could be a friend. It could be family members. It could be absolutely anyone, right? All of a sudden, you're not resonating with that person anymore, right? You feel differently. The conversations you're having just aren't interesting. They're not meshing. You're just feeling like not connected to them anymore. All right. So this is commonplace, the endings right now. So you're just, you know, moving things around to become more fitting to the lifestyle that you want to go into now, that you are moving into. And, you know, there's still going to be some pain, some growing pains with this. And I am seeing for some of you, you may feel alone. All right. But in the center, I do see a lot of opportunity coming in for you. So just know that one door closes and another door opens. Okay. So with that door opening after you close a chapter before it. I'm seeing very, very positive things that are meant for you. This is kind of like more aligned to who you are becoming, okay? And I'm not saying you're totally changing, you're not yourself anymore, but you are definitely going through a lot of personal growth. And if this is you, please comment below. Just comment personal growth. Lots of personal growth. All right, here I'm seeing wow, okay. This isn't good. Let me look at this for a second. All right, so this is for someone more mature. This is for somebody who might be a bit, you know, like, I don't know, 60s, maybe even older. I'm seeing some kind of transition here that you're going through. And this transition, believe it or not, whether you're feeling good about it or bad about it, if you're emotional or, you know, in a negative way or a positive way, I am seeing that the outcome of this transition is going to actually be a good thing for you. And eventually I'm seeing a lot of happiness. So this is a transition that needed to happen for you, that needs to be to put you on your next path, okay? The path that is right for you. So we get into habits and we just, you know, don't really even give it any thought anymore. This is for you guys that are just kind of, you know, in the habit of doing things on a daily basis, and, you know, you do everything strategically. I feel like that's changing up for you now. And, you know, so you might be a little out of your comfort zone. I'm seeing, though, you're realizing how intuitive you are, and you're starting to put a lot more thought into what you've been doing, how you have been operating in the past. And, you know, you're starting to think of new, what's the word? Ingenuitive ways of doing things. So making your daily, the things you do in a day, like doing them faster, finding speedier ways of taking care of things, you know, finding different ways of talking to certain people in your life who are always, you know, they always kind of react the same to you. But you're trying to get something across, and it's like you're bumping heads with people. You know, you're finding different ways to come across, to speak to them, so you are getting through. Like, just things like that, just putting a lot of thought, getting clarity. You're getting this crystal clear clarity on how to deal with others, how to make your life go smoother in general, okay? Some stuckness here I'm seeing. There's two brothers, I want to say. Two brothers that are going through something maybe financial, and you're feeling stuck right now, it looks like, regarding your money. And I am seeing something happening here, a breakthrough of some sort that is going to bring in a lot of happiness and joy regarding this situation that you're in. And if this is you, please comment below the video. I'm seeing movement here. Somebody's moving toward, it looks like you're moving toward some kind of a justice regarding yourself. This is all about you, Aquarius, okay? And a justice for you coming in with wealth, finance, and money, okay? This is something you've awaited for a long time. Look at this reading, okay? So especially these two cards here. This signifies wealth and prosperity coming in. Also, don't forget about those. The angelic realms, the angels are absolutely protecting these finances, but they're also overseeing you. And this card is representative of something you've been waiting for. Some of you for years, okay? So I'm seeing that there's movement of sort with this. A lot of you are getting ready to see a justice with this. This is going to be a justice for Aquarius. All right. We have the Lovers card. Okay. So I feel like a lot of you are spending more time with family, putting more emphasis on your relationships within the family. all right? Trying to, the burdenous type of things, the you know, the relationships, in other words, in the family that need to be more balanced or repaired, starting to focus more on that, focusing on your love for your family. All right, so I am seeing this. All right, those of you who are still feeling like, you know, things never turn up for you, you're in a very bad way right now. You're in a very negative space mentally and, you know, financially, and you're actually having a tower moment, okay? This card represents, you know, this is never good. This is like people falling out of windows. This could represent divorce. It could represent loss, some kind of really bad loss of something, just losing it all, losing your home. Just, you know, it's very negative. We don't want these things to happen. But, you know, in some sense of the word, they want you to know that, and I want to put this delicately, okay, if you're on my channel, you are connected to spirit already. You're obviously looking for spirit, you're looking for something spiritual, and you're looking to connect with spirit because that's what this channel is all about. Now, you could look at this two different ways, like I don't know what I'm talking about when I say this to you. You could get defensive, or you could take my advice and change your life drastically, very quickly. Okay, if you're a person, in other words, who is going through your life feeling negative, feeling depressed, feeling like things never work out, feeling like you're on your ass and you can never get up, like something is holding you back, somebody's got voodoo on you, there's a black cloud, all of that, if you're a person that feels like that, this is the reason why, okay, you're actually manifesting this in. Okay, now hear me out here before you get defensive. All right, the universe just works this way. It's proven. Okay, like brings like. And what that means is your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions create your future. So let me give you an example so you can understand this, because it's kind of hard to grasp. I get it. All right. So thoughts and feelings creating the future. All right. So we all know someone else in life who, you know, is very negative and just always has a negative answer for everything, always looks at things like, you know, nothing, everything's shit, right? When we're around that person, we kind of feel like that. We feel like shit, right? Because you're picking up on their energy. You actually put out an energy when you have these thoughts, and that energy goes out into the ether, and you know, if you're vibrating down here, this is what you're attracting more of down here. You know, the energy in the ether has to meet up with you, right? The goodies are up here. So that's why I say, if you can stay in a state of gratefulness and focus on that every day and get in a habit of it, you will eventually start focusing on the positive things, okay? And that's what you need to do. You need to retrain your brain, because you trained your brain, or others around you that were negative that taught you to be like this. You trained your brain to think the way it's thinking, and always look at the glass as half empty versus the glass being half full. Now you need to retrain. And once you do that, once you get in a state of gratefulness, now you can manifest in the things that you want. The positive things will show up for you. The trick is, negative things are always going to come in, but it's the way you deal with them. It's the focus you put on them. You could focus on all the negative, or you could focus on that one positive thing that happened to you today, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Let's continue. I didn't mean to be too wordy there, guys. Okay, so let's continue here. I'm seeing some kind of partnership. All right, it's looking like somebody that has been with someone for a long time. This is a relationship of some sort. I feel like it might be love. All right, but somebody who's been an integral part of your life. Okay, you've been in a relationship with them. They are getting clarity that it's time to move on. They feel like, you know, they have bigger things to take care of. Not that they're more important than you, but they just want to expand, and they just want to experience you know, freedom, or whatever they're thinking. They want to experience something else. And this has you very upset and down on yourself right now. All right. But I do see in the center that Spirit is saying that the outcome of this is actually going to be better for both of you. There is something better coming for each of you, and to just have faith, if you would, in the outcome of this. Okay. And I see that you are in a very giving way, Aquarius. Your vibration has reached a point where you're being very kind and giving, and because of this, you're growing in leaps and bounds. You're growing so fast. Your gifts are coming online very intensely. They're intensifying. Okay, these intense energies are throwing you guys on new paths, left and right, putting you on, you know, like putting you in new directions. You're starting to use your intellect to, I mean, you've always used your intellect, but you're using your intellect now in combination with the growth and your, everything that has come online for you, your intuitiveness, your manifestation skills, your clairs, all the things that were given to you by source that were dumbed down by, you know, I'm not going to get wordy with that, you know, dumbed down by stuff that was in our food and stuff that was in the air. Everything affected us in a negative manner, and didn't allow us to be the super beings that we actually are. Okay, so I'm seeing that some of you might be so giving that you might find people out there that want to take advantage. Okay, we still have third dimensionals, guys. Okay, no matter how high you're vibing, you know, here's the trick: the higher you vibrate, the more they stand out. Okay, because the higher we're vibrating, the more clarity we get, and the more we can pick up on energies, because our clairs, all of our everything, we're just powerful as hell, and we're able to see people that have a dark heart or that don't have good intentions. We're able to feel their energy just when they're in the room with us, okay, standing next to us. So with that being said, guys, you're just becoming so powerful that the separation is immense at this point. I mean, you're just about in that fifth dimension, and you know, the ones that are in the third dimension still are just eons away from us, different than us. Okay, and again, it doesn't make us better. We're not better. We were there at one time. Remember, those of us who keep reincarnating, we've come back, maybe had thousands of lives. We've learned, we've taught through all of those, you know, lives. And we have some that are just beginning. Maybe this is a second life or a third life. Maybe they're newbies. Let's call them newbies, right? So they're just learning. So we have to give them that. We have to have empathy for them, but we don't have to have them in our lives. We don't want them sucking us back into the third dimension. The priority is that we want to move into a whole different space, a whole different time, something more beautiful, gentle, loving, caring, sharing, and prosperous. Okay, that is today's reading, guys. If you're still with me, please hype the video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is a way to give back. It helps me tremendously, and I really should remember to do that in the beginning of the reading. But so anyway, guys, love you all, love each and every one of you. Have a beautiful day.